Welcome back to Peace on the Streets radio show.
Woo!
And now
Yeah.
we get a chance to get into our hot topic for today.
Hit it.
And I was with some guys and we had this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
And some are saying that you cannot go to jail for child support. How you feel about it? Do you think we can or you think we can't?
Shoot,
Tell
man.
me, Neo.
Well, it happens.
I feel like jail's a step too far. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sending someone into jail is too much, man. That's too much. But at the same time, there are a couple guys out there that be running the system, you know what I
Right.
mean? You be having 10 kids, 12 kids, not taking care of any of them.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, okay, I mean, if you're not taking care of the kids, you're not paying child support, we can't just let you keep doing this, right?
But let me just say, if you put them in jail and they're not paying child support, they're still not going to be able to pay child
Yeah,
support.
but-
So it doesn't change anything.
But at least you're not going to have more kids.
Yeah.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Well,
This is true.
some people are saying that they thinking paying child support, if you don't pay child support, it's a civil matter. And so, you know, I
Yeah,
did my
I hear
research
that.
on it. They were like in Florida, you cannot lock a person up for child support. So I looked it
Yeah.
up. Yes, you can go to jail.
Oh,
in
they do
Florida
go to jail for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
for
yeah.
not
Sure.
paying child support,
Yeah.
but only if the non-paid payment is considered a willful refusal to pay when you have the ability to do so.
How could you verify that? Oh, by their income, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. It's like, okay, you got a job, you're making $4,000 a month, and you're
Yeah.
still not paying. Like, what's up, right? Man, but okay, so what should happen, right? Because there has to be some kind of like punishment or deterrent from doing this, right?
Well, see what happened. They saying, I guess, putting them in jail.
Okay,
They
but I'm saying
trying to
if we're not gonna do that, what should be like a better punishment?
Take away their license?
take away their license. Yeah,
Ooh,
what they
that's a
doing?
good
Taking
one.
away the license. Some
That's a
people
good one.
losing their driver's license.
So when you lose that car.
And
shoot.
yeah, you know. So, man, what should you do? Should cut out the balls? I mean, man,
That's even worse.
I was thinking about
Put
it.
them in jail.
see with me, I just don't understand it.
It's like comfortable.
How can a man walk away from not taking care of his children?
Dude, I don't get that either.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of them
Because-
don't even know. Just saying.
Yeah, true.
A few, I would say a few, yeah.
It happens
Yeah.
a lot, believe it or not. Especially
Yeah.
with the young ones.
But we're talking about like
Like if
child
they know,
support
yeah,
and
I
everything,
hear you.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So
That's tough, man.
They said this is how to avoid not going to jail for child support. Request a modification if you have a significant change in financial circumstances. If you can't make a payment, you can request a modification of your support order to avoid being held in contempt for inability to pay.
Okay.
Communicate with the court. It is crucial to communicate with the courts about financial difficulties instead of ignoring payment obligations. Seek legal counseling. A child support attorney can help you navigate the legal process and protect your rights.
I think if you're gonna claim child support, it needs to come with a mandatory paternity test.
Okay.
Okay, like you gotta know
Yeah.
for damn sure 1,050% that
Yeah.
that's your kid before you do
I
any
hear
of
you
that child
on
support
that.
thing.
That would save a lot of cases.
A lot of cases.
And
man.
even if they're married, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Right, right.
And they
Yeah.
separate, and they end up child support. I think they should still be tested.
for sure.
Well,
for
some
sure.
people say, I don't know how to be a good parent if I'm
All
not
of us
there.
don't know how.
I don't know.
Facts.
We just do it.
Well, you do know how, because it lies. Because you know
Yeah, they
every
lie.
time you eat, that child have
Come
to
on,
eat.
common sense.
Right.
If you know
Right.
you need clothes, that your child
If
needs
you're
clothes,
looking good, he better
man.
look good or she better look good.
Right.
Well, I pay $400 a month. Whoop-de-doo.
right.
Whoop-de-doo, man. But the
Whoop-de-doo.
person is still stuck with all the obligations
Right.
to raise a child, all the things that they go through.
Doctors, schools, teachers, like
Man.
sport. It's like it is seriously a job, and you're seriously managing this.
It's a world of things. Yeah.
You can't pay enough. You got
No,
off
you cannot.
easy. If you're paying child
Yeah, you dig it.
support,
You're right.
and you just come by, guess what? Because when you the one that just come by, you always a happy parent.
Right,
Then
yeah.
let's go have fun.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
But even if they pay
Yeah.
child support payments, they don't have to show up.
You're right.
Right. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can just pay.
Yes. So, but they're saying that the women they going back getting more money because now look at how high Jesus Christ, Tide Tub. If Tide Tub was the thing, I'd be it right now. But look how high Meet me stop.
How high are you?
Rent is. Everything is going up. Groceries is going up.
Yeah.
Gas is going up. Well,
Car
not really
payments.
gas.
Well, yeah.
Everything, gas has been nice lately.
Yeah, it's kind of been
But when you
nice.
buy a car and everything of that nature,
Yeah,
done. You're
I
done.
just bought a car. Let me tell you,
Me
them
too.
boys are expensive.
Yes,
bro.
Just
they
bought
are.
a car, paid $500 something a month. A car,
A car.
and it's not a Lexus.
The new Infinity is $107,000.
Wow.
The new Infinity is
Well, I mean,
$107,000.
like a newer
guys.
Honda Accord is like $34,000.
It's unreal.
It's
So the
ridiculous.
price of everything is going up. So is it cheaper to keep her or to stay together?
Well,
So
and let me ask you this: how many women are on child support? I would love to know the statistics on that.
Okay,
I would
I
love
think
to.
I have.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I might have.
Okay.
Oh,
some
come on
He's licking
now.
the finger and
statistics on
flipping
how
the
many
pages.
people-
Have you guys personally known women that's on child support? I don't think I've ever met one yet.
I met a
one.
couple.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, he has both his children.
Wow.
And the woman had to pay child support. She didn't really. What happened is that he was in his 50s when he decided to have babies.
Okay.
And she was in her 20s. So he wanted him a
Mistake.
young girl, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so she really wasn't ready for the family type when they wind up separating or whatever. But he does, he's a great father.
That's good.
I'm really happy to hear
that's
this.
my PlayStation buddy. So the other day,
Yeah, I've heard of him. Good job.
and
So
Rodney.
he's getting paid. He's getting child support.
Yeah, he's getting child support.
Nice.
Rodney Green Golf, y'all guys look
Okay.
him
Hey,
up.
big
That's
shout out
my
to
man,
him.
Rodney.
Yes.
And so the other day, he takes his girl to get braids. Her and her friends then took the braids out and to cut half of her hair.
Oh.
She's only 9 years old, so that's
Oh.
what he's going through as a father.
Oh,
you know what
no.
I'm saying? But
They cut her braids.
Yeah, they cut the braids.
The friends
out.
or her?
Huh?
Who cut her braids?
Well, she let her friends do it. You know, they was
Oh,
in there
no.
together.
Oh,
so she was
oh,
on
man.
punishment.
You know that friend didn't care. She wanted her hair.
Man,
I'm
you
just
know.
saying, who
Hater.
does that? What 8-year-olds do that?
Yeah.
That is a young hater. She got a problem.
Yeah, no, man. I've been seeing some stories about these young kids.
You better
man.
tell her.
Oof.
You better tell him to tell her no longer a friend.
Right.
She's no
Facts.
longer a
A
friend.
friend, when you cut, well, see what happened to my cousin with my sister. He wound up cutting off one of her big ponytails. So kids do
He to her.
certain
Yeah, kids
things,
do be
you know
doing
what
stuff
I'm
like
saying?
that.
He
That's
to her.
facts.
And mom,
That's not a friend.
my
Forget
mom,
that.
My mom was hot.
So did we know?
So-
So did you have that?
13.2 million kids receive child support.
Kids. Okay.
In the U.S., over 5 million, that's 7% of children in the USA, have a parent who's locked up for child support.
5 million.
5
That's a
million.
lot.
Yes.
5 million children have parents that are locked up for child support.
Well, yes, and
Damn.
440,000 parents is locked up for child support.
Wow, dude, that's a lot of people.
38% of men receive child support.
Receive?
Yes,
38%.
38% of the men the women that's supposed to pay child support. Only out of 100%, only 38% of the men receive child support.
Okay, is that from everybody that gets child support? Like women get 2%,
Well,
and
no,
then
this
men
was
got.
just for men. Like out of 100% of men,
Uh-huh.
only 38% get
So it's
actually
majority
get,
women that get child support.
that really get it. We have a caller on the line.
Okay, put them through.
How you doing, caller? Welcome to Peace on the Streets radio show with our hot topic for today, child support. Do men think that child support ain't fair to them? How you doing, caller?
Doing all right.
All righty, caller. So tell us your name and where you're located at, man. Where you from?
My name is Michael Warren. I'm from Orlando. I live in the West Washington Shores area.
Hey!
All right.
Orlando in the
How we doing?
building.
What it do, bro? So tell us what's your take on child support, brother?
Well, I think that the system is not for the man. That for one.
How so?
Because, I mean, they're just like railroads, you know, with the money that they take out your check and stuff like that for the man.
Have you been through do you have to pay child support yourself, bro?
Well, I paid child support for 30 years. I'm off of it now.
Okay. So
30 years.
That's a
lo-
long time.
It is, but how?
Exactly. Because
Wow.
I don't want to say on the air why I had to pay child support, but my ex-wife was, you know, there's some things that I had to go through, and I got the paperwork and everything showing that I just finished paying child support,
Wow.
like within the last 4 years.
Wow.
Well, congratulations, you made it through.
Yeah.
It was-
So was that like a one kid, two kid situation, or like was there like a 30-year-old man that just finished
know.
that just got done getting money? How'd that work?
No, it was 2 kids.
Okay, that makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
that-
I was just trying to do the math.
Yeah.
I was like, there's like a 29-year-old
that's
getting child
possible?
support. That's wild. So tell us about your experience, man. Like how did it feel? Like, do you feel like you were like having to pay too much? Do you feel like maybe like the woman was taking like advantage, using your money on other
Right.
things? Like how was it for you?
Well, actually, I'm on disability, and they were taking it out of that check.
Oh, my
but I
gosh.
also work for the links to the city bus system.
Yeah. Wow.
I worked for them for 20 years, and they were taken out of that check. When I retired from there, they started taking out of my disability check. So it's like
Damn.
you living off a fixed income, and they taking out your check. So how you gonna live?
Right.
How did you live?
I mean, hey, you have to do what you have to do. You have to work a little work job and get paid under the table.
Word.
There's ways around it, but
Yeah.
it's hard for the man.
For sure. What percentage of like your monthly income was going to child support, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was I had to pay back pay because she was getting, public assistance.
Uh-huh.
So you have to pay that money
Oh,
back.
wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
damn.
it's not like that money, when they get public assistance, you have to pay that back. They call it the arrears. You have to pay that back.
Okay.
It ain't free.
Damn.
Now, have you heard of the?
Habeas?
Habeas corpus.
It's called the writ habeas corpus.
Habeas
The
corpus.
writ, that's when you go to jail. You have to pay that money back. Like you go to jail, you have
Uh-huh.
to pay that money back
Oh, shoot.
in order to get out of jail.
Because
Dang.
some people are saying that you can't go to jail for paying child support. I've
That's
heard
a
that
lie.
on the streets.
That's a lie.
He said that quick too.
I mean, on the streets, man, they be talking
and they
really
will
crazy.
suspend your driver's license too.
Right.
They take your
Word.
driver's license, you
Suspend
see?
your driver's license as well.
Dang.
It's already there. They already did it.
That's brutal.
They're on it.
So what do you think should happen to men that don't pay child support?
They should be made to pay it.
But
Okay.
If
how?
they're not taking care of their kids, they should be made to pay child support.
Okay.
How do you make them pay though?
I mean,
Do you think locking them up is
I-
that to the extreme?
yeah, that's to the extreme because how they gonna pay their child support or even get a job if they're in jail?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it stops the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
And then you got to pay to get out of
You
jail,
have to
be in
make-
jail.
Yeah.
You're never going to make it.
I mean, if you having problems paying
Before,
child support,
now they got
how
to do
you gonna
jail,
get a lawyer?
then they're
Right.
not going to make it. They're going to be in there.
Because they're in jail.
All right, so hey, this is what we want to do. We want to communicate with the listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
For sure.
You
For
can
sure.
tell I ain't been on radio in a minute, man.
It's been a little while.
Ladies,
It's been a
we
little
need
bit.
a lady to call in.
I would love to hear from a woman's perspective. I'm gonna just say this from a woman perspective. I feel the men because I'm raised with men. My boys are all boys. I have all boys. The person that has the child every day is spending more money than child support. Let's just keep it real.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
So I get it, but at the end of the day, whoever has that child 24/7 is going to spend more money
Yeah,
and is doing a hell of a lot more
He need
things.
to be on child support.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Y'all guys keep it locked to Peace on the Streets radio show. We're going to hear from a woman, you guys. 478941680.
But we learned a lot from him, so thank you so much for calling in because
For
I didn't
sure.
even know half of that.
Thank you, caller. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hear this
Let's
call.
Let's go,
Caller.
caller. Ow!
How you doing, caller? Welcome to Peace on the Streets radio show. How you doing?
Hey, it's Cynthia the Advocate.
Hey. Thanks for calling in, Cynthia. How do you feel about child support?
Oh, I think that child support is very much needed.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you feel like child support goes too far sometimes?
It all depends, sometimes we don't choose the right mate and the children end up suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cynthia hates men is what I'm hearing.
No, that's not what you're hearing, darling.
Cynthia, we love you, man. I can't wait to have you back in the station. First of all, we love
For
you
real, for
so
real.
much. Thank you so much for being an advocate for Orlando. I don't know where we would be without you. So thank you so much for all that you do.
Facts. Now, Cynthia, have you
thank
had
you.
some personal experience with child support?
Of course, I'm a mother, so yes, I have.
Gotcha. How was your experience? Were you treated fairly? You know, like the man paid on time? Were you having to like drag him out of the bars in order to drop a couple pennies on it, or how was your experience with it?
No, as a mother, you're gonna do what you need to do for your children.
Sure.
So I'm not dragging no man out of a bar. You're either going to take care of your responsibilities or you're not. And for me, I just let them move on.
Okay.
You know, because at the end of the day, no, you didn't make those kids by yourself,
Right.
but as a parent, you still have a responsibility to your children to make sure that they have their needs fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. True.
So how do you feel about where some of the men are complaining, they're crying, they're saying they're paying too much, and they feel like the laws is not set up for them, it's set up for the women only, and they just being dogged out. They're getting locked up, they go, they're getting their license and taken. They say they're gonna send the damn check. Give me some time. Soon I'm in the Gambling Hall. Soon as I flip this money, man, I'm gonna send you some money. Be patient.
Well, I think it's unfortunate that we have fallen into that trap. During the Clinton administration is when child support and losing your license became effective. And I think that, if I'm going to be vengeful, because a lot of times it's not just the court system, it's also the parent that's vengeful. They say, well, if I can't have you, nobody else will, and I'm going to make sure that you can't pay me. I'm going to take away your livelihood without thinking about that there are children being affected when you do that.
True.
She said the
Because
Trump administration, right?
If you don't have a driver's license or you don't have a means of transportation,
You're cooked.
you're messed up, and guess who suffers at the end?
The children.
Yeah.
The child.
Mm-hmm.
So while you're seeking vengeance towards that absent parent, the child still has the needs that need to be provided for. And
Okay.
that's why I said if you don't have a partner that's going to take care of their responsibilities, you're just going to have to put your big girl panties on, and you have to take care of your kids.
Right.
Okay, so you mentioned it. So I'm not familiar with the whole child support thing. So
Thanks
if
be to God.
right for real. So if the parent that's receiving the money just doesn't make a big deal out of it, then nothing happens to the other parent. Is that correct?
Well, in a lot of systems like the one here, Tango Rodriguez and Associates are the ones that take care of enforcing child support in Orange County.
But they said they just do with women, though, because I heard, isn't that the ones that really force child support for women? Because some of the men was complaining, we don't get no help. The women get all the help. Like, for instance, I'm trying to file child support as a man.
Yeah.
I don't have an attorney to represent me, but the women do. And I think this is
But
the
you don't even have to have an
an
attorney. You could just file for like DCF and get food stamps and all
Right,
that, and they're gonna go after
right.
them. Period.
Yeah, once you file
Attorney or not.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
just
so,
saying.
so
Okay.
regardless if like the mom in this example just doesn't care, the system will still come after the guy.
If you're on DCF and getting support, they
Okay.
will.
Right.
Okay,
But,
gotcha.
that's how it works. So if you're receiving TANF, which is temporary aid for needy families, which is cash support, then yes, they come after the absent parent.
Right.
But fathers can, if you're the custodial parent and you file for cash assistance through the state, that is a lawyer that is representing the family.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And so they go after that parent. So as a parent, if you don't have a lawyer, you can seek out counsel through places like Legal Aid, FAMU Law School, Berry Law School. They also take on those types of cases so that they can assist that parent,
Okay.
the non-custodial parent, as well as the custodial parent, because they are in school and they're working towards their law degree.
Mm-hmm.
And there is assistance out there when you can't afford. And then you have lawyers that take your case on pro bono. You just have to kind of do your research because
Right.
lawyers, they get credit for taking on pro bono cases every year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I think they actually have to take a certain amount of pro bono.
I'm
Oh,
happy
okay.
to hear
Oh,
this.
that's great.
That's like part of their legal law license.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
So-
I'm learning some things, man. Real quick, I'm sorry, but
Okay,
like
go ahead.
this whole
That's
time,
good.
I
I
love
was
it.
under the impression that like
We're all
the-
learning.
Yeah, that the women were just being toxic and like going after the men. Like, yo, this sucker hasn't been paying me. Come get him, right?
Right.
That's kind of like the vibe that I had this whole time. But it turns out it's just the system is gonna go after you
No,
because
especially
this.
if they giving a special assistant like
If
they're on
you're
welfare
getting
assistance-
or whatever,
Right.
they're going after that person.
Yeah.
So pretty much,
You
if
know.
you
So that
want to
was-
get help, just file for food
Right,
stamps and
man.
get cash assistance, and it's gonna happen.
That makes sense. Like, yeah, that's how like
So
the
whoever
narrative
parent
gets
does it
spun.
first.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's a race, man. You better get to the line.
You know, so you got the kid, you better hurry up.
Go quick.
Well, that's the
That's
same
wild.
thing about some men that say that they feel like when it's
It's
time
wild.
to file taxes, that the
Ooh.
women always get the kids, and they're like they don't never, they
They
want to be
claim-
able.
Yeah.
They claim the children.
Whoever
you
has
know
the
what
majority
I'm
of the
saying?
time legally, that's the proper way. If
I'm
you
right-
don't have
I'm-
them, that's
I'm-
illegal.
I'm right there with them.
Yeah.
I'm right there with them. Because it's hard when you
Well,
split
usually
custody
when
down the middle. It's like, how
When
do
you
you
split
know?
custody, how do you do that? When you have,
I can't.
when
Like,
you-
I don't.
may I
my-
ask you this? I don't
yeah.
want to get too personal
No,
on
you
the
good.
radio.
Yeah.
But you have, a female and yourself.
Yeah.
You guys did this verbally amongst yourselves, right?
Right. Correct.
Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It is awesome. Yeah.
And it's working out.
Yeah.
So it's workable to a point.
Oh,
with
yeah.
no
Oh,
yeah.
emotions aside, only about the baby.
Right.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
workable.
Well,
For
see,
sure.
a lot of time men don't pay child support because the woman don't want them no more, and they feel like they're hurting the
It's
woman.
like animosity.
But they don't
Yeah.
understand. You're hurting the woman too because she's not able to really do for a child like she wants to. She got to work harder.
very
But
selfish.
you're
Right.
really hurting the child.
Oh, it's always
You
going to be.
know.
More than anything.
So
Man, that's wild.
whoever paying child support, man, pay your child support.
Pay that
I
thing,
just
right?
don't understand how you can be so far behind the rear. I mean, every time you eat, that kid's got to eat. I cannot go get past that. You need clothes. That baby need
And
clothes.
try to make it
Facts.
workable with the other parent. Like, and no matter what, you both had the kid. man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And animosity, come on, we're too old for this. I mean,
Yes.
you should know to be able to work it out for the baby itself. Even though there's really hostile people, I've seen some crazy people. That's just
You
so
ain't lying.
unworkable.
Man.
But bring in a counselor, bring in someone to help set, that table, to set that atmosphere. Because it could work.
Yeah. And men, the children do need you in their lives.
Absolutely, they need both.
Exactly.
Mothers that said, "Nah, I'm gonna try to do it all on my own because he
Now
ain't
that's
it."
selfish, because
No,
it's not
baby.
about the woman
It's
at
not
that
about
nature.
you.
It's about the baby.
The child should know the other side of the family. Everybody
Must.
wants to know their dad.
Unless
you
they're
know?
cuckoo. Because if it's going to harm the baby, let's get it
For sure,
twisted.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
come on, like every kid needs both, period, straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you cannot stop that force because somewhere along the road, they're going to go through something. And that's when that man should have been there. So you can't stop it. It's not cool.
Yeah.
And then what happened, women, or whoever try to hold up the child back from seeing the other side, your feelings is going to get hurt. You've done everything you can for that child. Now when that child goes out and try to find that other parent,
And it's going to happen.
Now
They're
your
going to
feelings-
start looking at
now
you
your
questions.
feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's going to happen sooner or later.
Cynthia Harris, anything you'd like to say before we go, girl? We got to get a couple of songs in.
Well, like I said, you have to have a communication between the two parents, and usually what it is, you're thinking with your body parts instead of thinking with your head, because at the end of the day, you know, that child didn't ask to be here.
Right.
So, when you're thinking about child support, think about your child. How important that is to you, because a lot of people, they keep this systemic cycle going on because my father wasn't there, so I don't have to be a father for that kid. And it keeps going on and on and on, and you're not thinking that, hey, my child needs me and I need to break that cycle and I need to be that parent.
Big shout out to Orlando Magic. There's so much hype in this team right now and just so much energy. We can't wait because we're going to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we got to give a shout out to Orlando Pride. Woo. Those girls, of course, are the first team ever in Orlando to win the championship, bringing it to home.
Let's go.
So big shout out to the ladies.
You're listening to Inspiration 6.
And we got to make sure that we show up on their games because it is highly impressive. These guys are Olympic winners.
Yeah. They're like the only team that actually wins stuff.
And
in
like eight of
Orlando.
them. 8 of them won the Olympics.
So,
Come
you
on.
know.
Impressive.
God.
And the men, Orlando City. So big shout out to, first of all, MLS is blowing up.
Yeah.
And it should have been.
It sure
and
is.
for us to have our own team, which many states don't, come on, guys. We've been crying about, let's make sure we have an NFL team. Make sure we have an MLB team.
Right.
But yet, when we finally get MLS, no. But let me say, it's blowing up.
Yeah,
we're selling out. The
true.
stadium's getting booked and packed. And there's many, such. FIFA was here.
Yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah, which we had to change one of the games recently because of the ice
Did we?
scares. Yeah.
Ice scares.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. Like, you know, whenever you're having so many, like, things like this, and soccer games are obviously, like, high Latino
I'm gonna
concentrations,
get mad.
you know?
High Latino. So
Yeah.
they're specifically shooting for high Latino congregations.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
for sure.
blatantly in your face, smack, right there. They're going to the Super Bowl because a Latino is performing.
Yep.
And he said he'll speak all in Spanish. Now they're going to show up.
Yeah, for sure. Like that Tallahassee raid that happened the other day, where it was like the largest ice raid that they've had. I think in Florida, or it could be in the entire United States, but it was
Whoa.
in Tallahassee in a construction site at 6 a.m. Like, how many criminals do you know that wake up to be at work at 6 a.m?
To actually show up and get
You
there.
know, you see everybody with hard hats and like construction gear ready to go, and they're all getting pulled over by ICE, man.
So let me ask you this.
It's foul.
I don't want to sound biased or not, but have you seen immigration go towards Europeans or go towards, Russia and them guys? Have you actually seen this?
Not me. I don't know. Maybe they have, but I ain't seen them.
So it's maybe they're not blowing it up? Is that happening?
Maybe. I mean, there's. God, I think they've stopped a couple of Europeans and like white-looking people, but I definitely don't think they're going after them the way they are after just regular Latinos. You know, it's also like probably harder to find them. You know what I mean?
But why?
Like,
why? It should be the same.
yeah,
I can't curse on radio, but it should be the same thing.
I get that part.
Because
Dude,
someone actually approached Trump and was one of the journalists and said, "What about your wife?" He said, "Get this guy out of here.
right.
What is he talking about? I'm not answering nothing. Go."
I don't know, man, but I think all this might just be a distraction from the Epstein files. When they're
Something's
gonna
happening.
release them Epstein
Come
files? Huh? I
on.
need the Epstein files out yesterday, buddy. They say that they were gonna bring them out day one. Then they said that they didn't exist, and they said that
Right.
they do exist, and it's like, what's going on?
How
I
is
mean,
this holding? How is this a legal bind? How are they able to do this? Why? How is it legal? Because some people are talking and they were supposed to be anonymous,
Right.
And we're not supposed to know who they are.
Yeah.
We all know what's happened.
Yeah.
so-
yeah, it's like half open, half not. But then they try to say that
It's
nothing
because
happened.
Trump's involved in that.
Of course.
And that's
you know
why
what I mean?
guys.
Of course it is.
We have a felon
Of course it is.
president legally.
And
He's a
people-
felon on
yeah,
papers.
On papers, like for real.
But yet,
Like, for
us
real.
Americans and us citizens, let's just keep it real. I don't care if you like Trump or not, but I'm
Right.
just being logic because I didn't tell you who I like.
Yeah.
Us felons, as citizens, can't get jobs.
Right.
I'm not gonna say us because not me. Can't get jobs
Yeah.
and can't really live anywhere.
No,
But
no,
you,
I mean,
but you
definitely
could
can't
be the
get a job.
president.
Yeah, apparently so. You can now. I think that's the whole reason why he ran for president. The second term was just to stay out of jail.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I mean?
bypass all that. That was a
Yeah.
lot of charges on him, my friend.
I mean, I'm here. I'm ready to talk all day about this stuff because the president of Argentina that like Trump was all friendly and buddy with. He sent him like a $20 billion package, right? And then the president of Argentina did a concert the day after where he was was singing and everything. It was crazy to look. It was crazy to watch. Bro, it was like throwing a party with the billions
This
of
is so
dollars
embarrassing.
that we sent, bro. It's nuts. It really is embarrassing.
It's kind of like what they're doing with Charlie Kirk, and God bless his soul, because
Yeah,
we're not
rest
saying
in
anything
peace.
about that.
Nobody agreed with it.
No,
Nobody's,
I've never seen
saying
anything
it's a
like
good thing,
it. It
you
was
know?
very heartbreaking. I've never seen anything like that in my entire
Yeah.
life. So my first assassination I've ever seen as our generation. You know, MLK was assassinated. You know, there's a lot of them that were.
Yeah.
But it's like what they're doing with that. They are making that almost like a mockery, as in bringing that in as a Super Bowl show
Right. Yeah. It's strange.
to go against
Yeah.
an artist that they don't like.
Beats me, honestly. That whole Charlie Kirk thing is very suspicious. Like, have you seen the video?
Which one?
The one of him getting shot.
I did. I think
Yeah.
a lot of us have.
Right. So
It's still out there, fortunately.
Yeah, so the official story just doesn't make sense with like what was shown, right? Because when I first saw it, I figured that it hit bulletproof vest and it ricocheted into his neck, and that's why the wound was so big and so much blood was coming out,
wow.
right? Because an entrance wound from a gunshot is usually small. It's the exit wound that's big, you know? So the angle, if he's getting shot from the front,
Was he wearing a bulletproof vest?
No.
Yeah, no.
he wasn't, and that's the thing. So that the whole him getting shot from the front thing doesn't even make sense. It doesn't add up that he would get shot from the front and that his
So you think it's the
carotid
back,
would
perhaps?
just blow up like that.
Yeah, that was
That's
so
the only
extreme.
thing that makes sense to me.
Like,
You know?
his family will see this forever.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
like, what?
Imagine being their kid
kids?
and like they'd be able to search that up
Yep.
on the internet and
They
see
didn't
it.
take that out.
That's
I'm
brutal.
surprised they didn't.
They can't. It's already everywhere.
Because people filmed on their own.
Yeah,
And,
and that video gets recorded and spread
For the
everywhere
rest.
and all that stuff. So it's like
do you
can't do
think
much
there's a
about
secret
it.
agenda in the fact is they're having this Super Bowl experience, which is like mind blowing to me, that they're having their own artists. So majority of them are going to be white. Let's keep it real. And they're probably going to be like country singers in a third. And it's going to be lined up with the same individuals with the same look, same
Yeah,
persona,
yeah,
same
yeah.
everything. Because when I'm watching him and the president and his administration, they all look the same.
Yeah.
Their profile's the same. The women look scary to me because they are Botoxed out,
Right, yeah, just face type.
old school Botox out, and have the same look and same agenda, and they speak the same way.
Yeah.
That it gets me very nervous.
Mar-a-Lago face is called.
So, yeah, well, that's crazy. You watch South Park, and I heard that. South Park killed it on them. I love you, South
That
Park.
was a beautiful take. I was
Look,
like, Mar-a-Lago face?
You
Excellent.
can't cancel South
10
Park,
out
and
of
you
10.
can't cancel Peace on the Streets. Booyah, I keep telling them they're not Jimmy Kimmel.
Booyah! That's the beauty of being independent right there,
That
baby.
is. They're like, we're going to cancel you. I'm not Jimmy Kimmel, son. You can't cancel me. Even though he got
Right.
put back on because we all knew it was going to happen. Freedom of speech, what?
Yeah, you can't.
If all of
do
them
that,
can
bro.
speak freely and recklessly.
Right. Yeah. No. And the joke that he said about Charlie Kirk wasn't even a joke about Charlie Kirk.
It wasn't.
It really wasn't. It was more making fun of Donald Trump's reaction about it, because it was funny. Like when they told Trump about it, he was like, "Oh yeah, it's very sad. Anyway, look at this construction.
Oh, no
Look at
way.
this beautiful ballroom we're building. We've been trying to build it for 300 years. It's gonna be stupendous. The best ballroom anyone's ever seen. You guys aren't gonna believe it."
You did quite well.
Thank you. We got to put that in the clips. But
That was great, friends.
But that was literally his reaction. It was like, Charlie Kirk, who? Anyway, look at this over here, man. We're building
Really?
this. It's awesome. And that's what Jimmy Kimmel said, and that's what they didn't like, and that's why they got rid of him.
That's
or
what they
tried
didn't
to
like.
tried to get rid. Try to
He
get
was
rid of him.
his largest advocate. He was his largest activist, Charlie
for
So,
Trump.
yeah. So
for sure.
why-
for sure.
I'm surprised.
I am surprised as well. There are some rumors going around that it had something to do with Israel, and he was talking about breaking ties with them. But, we'll get more into it. I hope that Cynthia comes on next week and we
Yes.
can talk about, like all the
Break it
nonsense that is
down.
going down with the news, because I could sit here and talk for days
Come on.
about it. But Cynthia has that in-depth knowledge. But enough politics for right now. Let's drop some couple songs, get the vibe back in, and we'll be right back with Peace on the Street.
Woo, woo.
You say some things that you really don't mean.